All right, good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I wanted to just come and muse a little bit about love spells. And, I don't do um, mainly, just FYI, typically a love spell is kind of like an add on spell, like a rider spell. Like my clients may be coming to me about something much more serious than that. And we may uncover some love situations where there was some injustices. And then typically it'll be kind of like this random, get back together type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Or work that I can do to remove whatever the blockages is. But where there is real love, that is the spell itself. Real love and the desire for two people to be together, that is the love spell. Okay. So I wanted to kind of talk about that and my opinions about it, and how I see a lot of practitioners basically advertising to narcissistic people, apparently. This must be some kind of special promotion to narcissistic people about love spells and how they're going to force somebody to love you or stay with you, is what I want to talk about. And the prevalence of men uh, going to practitioners, doing the most to people spiritually because they are confused, and then people out there taking advantage of these confused people, um, and just creating a whole bunch of problems and imbalances in people's lives because they want to convince people that you can force someone to love you or either stay with you, or worse, be your side chick or your love slave or sex slave or some shit like that. This is going to always be highly frowned upon in the spiritual community because it does not work that way. You cannot bully people, force people, or convince people. Where there is real love, that shouldn't even be necessary. And I can tell you as a practitioner, but also as someone who has been loved and loved other people, that you can't make someone love you if they don't. You can't do it. It's never going to happen. Okay. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If we throw the dice out there, okay, let's say you break up with somebody, right? And let's say that you're heartbroken about it. You want that person back. Okay. And we throw the dice out there. Because sometimes it can just be circumstances. Sometimes it can just be, it ain't time for you and that person. It ain't y'all time yet. Maybe it's, maybe you and that person are like a ship that's going to pass by each other and relink. When we throw the dice out there and that person, they don't have to take it. They don't have to necessarily be with you. And I'm going to tell you what taught me this is, I have children by a cancer, right? A cancer male, and then being acquainted with cancer men. Okay. Cancers are some of the most highly intuitive, sought after, hated on, downright hated. Like, you would think that we were the devil, cancers. People hate on cancer so much. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous how much, and we have to be careful being involved with relationships with people that hate us too. Like love relationships. Like we got to be careful with sleeping with the enemy, man. Cancers, man, it can get complicated. And I think cancers belong together. I think that two cancers together is probably a match made in heaven, to be honest with you, because I'm not just saying that because I am a Cancer sun, and then I have Cancer in my 12th house. I'm not just saying that because of that. I'm saying that by observation and just seeing how weird people are. But the one thing I can tell you about a Cancer is that I have my own intuition, right? But then not only that, I can pick up on other people's intuition. And I have people coming to me all the time asking me if I can get them back together with a person. I used to more so. People that know that the other person that they're wanting to be with for whatever reason, sometimes it's for personal gain, sometimes it's for stupid reasons, for not good reasons. They know not to come to me. Don't come to me because I'm going to tell you I'm not doing work on this person. Why? Because this, first of all, I can get into trouble. I'm not trying to get in trouble by my spirits. Second of all, this person does not want to be with you. It is not meant to be. And that's a fact. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to warn y'all about something. When y'all seek out these spiritual practitioners to do love work on somebody where you going to force them, you going to put them under mind control, you going to do all this, you going to terrorize them, you going to invoke in tranquil spirits, you going to damn near kill this person to be with you. The one thing that I'm going to tell you is that that person that you are targeting has a total intuition on what you're doing and can see exactly what you're doing. Not only can they see that, but their ancestors can see it, whatever spirits and angels and demons that are watching over that person can see them. And then we have to think about the gods. Okay, now listen. Let me educate y'all about something real quick. There are many gods that are very powerful. You can never take away from this. You can never change it. It is something you can never change, right? So a lot of people, when they look at Christianity, Catholicism, there are a lot of people that think that this is like the most powerful, and it's not. I'm sorry, I got to keep it real with y'all, okay? It's the most powerful socially. Most people are more inclined to socially say, well, yeah, I'm Christian, but in reality, they're doing a lot of other stuff. In fact, um, when it comes to traditional hoodoo, you can just look at the slaves history of that. Slaves, okay, in America, black slaves, they would merely pretend that they were praying to Jesus. That was it. They didn't believe in it. They didn't believe in it, nor did they want to. Okay, because eventually they got smarter and they learned how to read and they realized what they were being set up with. So, at the end of the day, this is the truth. You can be delusional all you want, but the truth is the truth. Okay. Now, when it comes to people's protections, I'm going to tell you something about protection. What I sense, since I have invoked really, really devastating, very demonic protection for myself, I can almost see them and feel them walking with me, constantly trailing around me, behind me. Every time I walk out that door, everybody that I speak to. And these spirits have been around me for years. I just now started acknowledging them. As a witch, I'm a witch. So that would give me direct connection to not only the cosmos as well as the underworld. Okay. So these spirits and demons and stuff, they've been there for a long time, even some that you can't name. And so, but here's the thing about it. A lot of people, they want to go and they want to say, you know what? Ultimately, what people are doing, and this is for people that have been victim to this too, because I'm speaking to y'all too. What a lot of males especially will do, but some females will do, is they will try to keep a person in chains with that Bible. Do I agree with that? I don't. I don't. Okay. So this is the reason why I don't use the Bible in my practice for any of my work. I don't do it because there are certain verses and incantations in the Bible that can put a person into not only mental slavery, but physical slavery and can devastate a person's life. And I don't agree with that. See, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, you're a witch, you're evil. Not exactly, because that, my friend, is what is evil. A person that's in a love relationship with you should not feel like they are a slave that can't get away from you. And people began to embrace this thing called BDSM years ago. And I can tell you that that is yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Now, a lot of people think, well, if this person doesn't do what I want them to do, this is literally religion. Literally religion in a nutshell. If a person doesn't do what I say them to do, I'm going to call to Jesus and the God of the Bible to force them to do what I want them to do. And I'm going to try to create all these obstacles and all of this and limit up to killing them, wishing death on them if they don't do what I want them to do, right? But you know what? So so what people will automatically do is they'll go, you know what? I'm gonna go to Satan, which is this is literally historically what people have done. People that have been victim to religious torture and religious slavery, right? I mean, just look at the history of women. Women themselves of all races was kept enslaved in relationships with abusive men for years that they did not want to be in. I mean, it is just miserable. I mean, it is fucked up. It's fucked up. Okay. Now, a lot of people will say, you know what? I'm going to Satan. I'm going to Lucifer, which I am in total agreement to that. But you know what? The spirits of the Goesha and all of the spirits of the underworld, all of the gods and the kings and the marquises, they look upward. They are very well versed on the universe and alchemy. Okay. This is exactly what I can tell you the past couple of years of my experience since taking the left hand path is that all they had me do was to look up. I'm gonna tell, and of course, they do invigorate and give spirit to certain herbs and stones, but a lot of them taught me planetary alchemy. And what I can tell you is that you can sit there and think, well, I'm gonna do all this stuff to this person, and I'm gonna call to Jesus. And yeah, a lot of demons, they don't deal with Jesus like that, but there are gods that don't give a damn about what that Bible is talking about. I'm telling you straight up and down. Okay. If you are having a problem with a diabolical Christian person that continuously invokes and conjures spirits of the Bible to enslave you, it's not just about going to the Goesha. It's not just about going to Satan or Lucifer. There are gods that will destroy. And that's the truth. Depending on whichever one that it is. So a lot of people that invoke Christianity to cover up or to get rid of their issues, they not realizing that there are gods that are more powerful than Jesus. It's the truth. Okay, I'm just telling y'all the truth about the situation. So there's no God. I mean, when it comes to love, especially, okay, there's no God on this planet that can just where you can be like Jabba the Hutt and just like, I want these people, I want them enslaved, and I want to tie them up in chains and put them in my fucking basement, and because that's basically what the energy is like when you're dealing with a diabolical misogynist man like that, or a woman. Women can be misogynistic too. Women can take advantage and abuse whatever powers that they have. Okay, there are the gods. If you notice in that Bible, it says that that particular one God is saying, don't have any more gods before me, because he was acknowledging that there's other gods, many of them, millions, millions of gods. Okay, so that's one of the things about it that a lot of people got to understand about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to love work, you cannot force somebody to do what you want them to do. People that are doing that, they are narcissistic. And here's the thing about it. When I tap into a lost lover's energy, when I read them, I know what they thinking. And some of them, judging by what they're thinking, is if I'm going to go ahead and do the work. If that person is thinking about you and they, but something is going on, then I'm going to do the work. If that person dislikes you and just doesn't want to be with you, or they just don't want to be with you. They just don't want to be with you. Okay? You can't make that person be with you. I've actually done love work for people, and this is a mistake that I made that I'm still paying for, I believe. I did love work on somebody. When I tapped into this person's energy, when I channeled them, guess what? They could see me. And there are some people that have a powerful intuition, and this person was fighting against my love reunion magic. Why? Because this person did not want to be with the person. They want to be with my client. Now, yeah, you have your situations where you may be in a trap. Like, people are utilizing love and using people for the silliest, dumbest purposes. Oh, I want to get back with this person because I want to impress my buddies. Or I don't want it to look like something, look like this or look like that. I got to keep up appearances. No, if there's no love there, to the point, because if you're going to have a romantic relationship, there has to be love there that is equal to Venus for the relationship to hold itself together. Otherwise, you may just have a friend. That's when you make the discernment between lovers and friends. And if a person is willing to be your friend, and that's it, you just need to accept it. A lot of people have gotten confused about that. There's friendships to where people marry their best friend. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. There's love relationships where uh But as far as you turning a platonic friendship, something that's meant to be strictly friends, into a romantic love relationship, it's not going to happen. Then also, it depends on what you've offered that person. What experience did that person have? Because when y'all come to me to get these consultations, of course, you're going to try to make yourself look like the best person. You're not going to be honest. Now, I can tell who you are. I know exactly who you are, and I know exactly why that person left you. And I wouldn't want to be with you either. Listen, y'all are wasting time, energy, and money going to these practitioners that they don't they don't care. Being stuck on this one person that probably ain't no good any damn way. Make that make sense. So you have to be very honest with yourself. Now, of course, if you have a good love thing going on and somebody does some kind of work, because I do believe that black magic tears down love relationships all the time, all the time. And sometimes it'll tear down those love relationships forever. However, there's certain signs and symptoms of that. There's signs of that. Okay, and you got people out there that they want to treat people like crap. And then they want to go and get a love spell to compensate for that. And that's not the business. If you treating people like crap, you need to, I don't care how long it takes, even until you're 60 or 70 years of age, to figure out how to be a better lover. You can be a good friend to a bunch of people. That doesn't mean that you are equipped to be in a love relationship and to be having sex with somebody. Child, please. Some of these people need to be 70-year-old virgins. You know, when a man puts a woman's vagina, let's start with the woman's vagina. The woman's vagina is in the middle of her body, directly below and connected to her heart chakra and many other vital organs. When a man penetrates a woman, his intention is going straight up to her heart. And a lot of women have been killed, given cancer. I believe that human papillomavirus is a naturally occurring cancer that came out of people's disconnection totally from love and just having sex. Some of these people don't need to be out here putting their thing in nobody. They need to go figure it out. They got spiritual diseases. So a lot of the stuff that people are doing, as far as with love spell work, it's diabolical. It's evil. That's one of the reasons why I limit my male clients. They can't come to me and have me do no love spell on some poor woman. And what if I do a love spell on a woman and get her with this man and he bring her AIDS or herpes or something? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That's why my practice is mainly focused on couples that are already together that are possibly maybe being spiritually attacked, or possibly looking to have a baby and having problems with their fertility. Otherwise, somebody that you know why that person walked away from you, you know you shouldn't be with that person. You know that it's that you. I mean, what's wrong with being friends with a person? What's up with these people that can't appreciate what they are offered from a person, and it's always got to be sex. You know, I'm a person that has went years and years and years in my life. I've actually had platonic, non-sexual friendships with plenty of men. I have never been the type of person to where, I'm talking to this man and me and him are doing something sexual with each other. It's completely non-sexual. You don't have to be out there sleeping with and flirting with everybody. Like I don't agree with that. Not for me. I mean, if you can do whatever you want to do, whatever. But I just don't do crap like that. I don't agree with that. A love spell ain't gonna work if a person don't truly love you and want to be with you. It's just the reality of it that many people have to face, and there's a lot of people who have went to witches and didn't get the love that they thought they wanted, and then got mad at the witches. So that's why there's a lot of witches we don't even recommend it. Now, I will tell you, as a shaman, I think that there is specific workings that you can do. You can look at the situation, assess the situation, and yeah, there are interferences with that. You get fake people interfering with your real love relationships. That happens a lot. That is a different story. Otherwise, this person that just they going from different practitioner to practitioner trying to get this person back that may or may not want to be with them, or it may not be in their karmic destiny. It just is what it is. Stalking the person. Oh, I'm going to put a death curse on this person. Oh, I'm going to follow this person. Do you know that most people that are being stalked because of that reason, they have an intuition about it? So let's say that you got ghosted by somebody or the relationship ended, right? And you want this person back because you just know that you belong with this person, and that may be true. You put the love signal out there, but you don't never ever ever attack that person. Wrong move. Otherwise, what ends up happening is that love goes out the window. There is no love to speak of. The love is dead. When you start to think about putting in tranquil spirits, I would never. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all can go somewhere else and get that, and you're gonna realize it was a mistake. Putting in tranquil spirits on somebody to give, and oh, I want vengeance on this person because this person did this and did that to me. You may get some vengeance on that person, but you ain't gonna never get their love. They ain't never coming back to you. That's a fact. And people can go and get protection, die hard against intranquil spirits. They can. This is one of the spirits that I protect my clients from and myself. When you look at an intranquil spirit, a real intranquil spirit, an intranquil spirit is created out of the love union. It is the spirit that this person, both people miss each other and want to be together. And they miserable without each other. And they both feel the same way. That's a real and tranquil spirit. That spirit is like a spirit baby or a phantasm that's created out of a love situation that keeps those two people connected, thinking about each other, wanting to be with each other, but being separated for whatever reason. Okay. So a lot of this stuff out here, y'all, listen. Y'all need to be careful with that. Go and find somebody that's gonna love you. Stop trying to, and I'm talking to my clients right now. I'm not really talking to the narcissistic people. Don't develop that disorder, because there are some people that are narcissists, but then there's narcissistic disorder. I think some people go through like a seasonal narcissism sometimes to cope. But I think that there are stark narcissists out there. I think that there is a difference between the two, in my humble opinion. Don't become narcissistic. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If a person has told you, I don't want to be with you, I'm just not interested in being with you, I'm then hey, that's the end of the story. You can't change that with a love potion, unless you plan on feeding the person this love potion for the rest of your life. What if you run out and that person wakes up from the mind control, and then and they, the first thing they're gonna do is walk away every single time? That makes no sense when you could be out there with somebody that actually wants to be with you and to treat you well. You can't force somebody to be with you. I be, as some of these people I be looking at, I be like, damn, what, you gonna kill that person? You gonna murder them? Person like that don't deserve love and ain't gonna never have real love in their life either. That's a fact. Somebody that's incapable of love is gonna do that. And I think it's very, very what's the word that I'm looking for? It's seductive to people that are like that, thinking that you can just come to a witch and she's gonna force somebody to be with you. That's bullshit. I can assure you of that. Now, if it's a situation to where, like I said, y'all got split up because of injustices and because I do know a lot of these witches, these dark practitioners out there, boy, they can convince somebody of anything. They reality benders, they mind benders. They can make something look like it ain't. They do glamour, all kind of crazy shit. Destructive magic, that's different. That's different. If it is something that, and then also y'all got to be careful about these unions that people bring together for their own purpose. You got to be careful about that. Some of y'all could be getting paired with somebody for somebody else's devious purpose, and you don't want that either. And if that happens and you just so happen to care about the person, but it's not necessarily love, then you can be friends. But as far as because I'm gonna tell you something, I done seen plenty of people puppeteered. I done seen people get puppeteered so many times. It's sad, but it's the truth when it comes to witchcraft. But when you know about it, then you're protected from it. When you are aware of how people can do that, of how people can bamboozle people. Now, I will tell you that if you are a person that ain't falling for that, and you know your ex, because you'll be sitting there, you'll have an intuition like, this person trying to get back with me, and you just be shaking your head no. Next thing you know, you got all this negativity being thrown at you. Where is that coming from? That can either come from a curse of witchcraft, or it can come from a curse of the Bible. I would say mainly and primarily that Bible is the culprit, because that Bible, especially if you're a woman, that Bible gives you no regards as a woman. It doesn't. So if you're somebody that's just merely trying to move on with your life, that man can go and he can say, this is my wife, this is who I want to be with, or want to be. But you don't want to be with that person. And you intuitive, you like, me and this person don't belong together. and this person throwing all kind of stuff at you. They just gonna force you. There are gods that you can go to that will assist. I know a lot of y'all just like, well, let me just go ahead and just let me go ahead. I guess I can't get away from this person. Oh my God, no. There are gods that even, okay, let's say somebody, y'all know that I practice deep occult magic, right? With Lucifer, with a lot of the spirits of the Goesha, Hecate, Lilith, Santa Muerta, right? Y'all know that I practice that for a reason. There's a reason for the season, ain't it? So I practice that for that purpose, right? And a lot of people, when they bring up Jesus, right? The word Jesus within itself has power. We know that, right? We know that. The word Jesus. That's why people invoke that name, Jesus, because it has power. However, and you know what? That word may have certain powers over certain goetic spirits. However, though Jesus has no power over the divine feminine dark goddess Lilith. Lilith, Hecate, many of the dark goddesses, Kalich, Kali Ma, Jesus, Kali Ma is not persuaded by Jesus at all. She's just going to continue to attack you. She doesn't care. That name, stating Jesus's name, Kali Ma gonna look at you like you done lost your damn mind. This is a fact. Now, there are certain gods that will neutralize that situation totally for you. I can just imagine a lot of y'all people, even men, because women can invoke Jesus. And this is a a lot of people that I know don't like Jesus. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they feel that Jesus gives way too much leeway for people to trap you and put you in enslavement. That's why a lot of people don't like Jesus. Okay. If you see people that have a problem with Jesus, it is because they've been religiously abused. And for years and years and years, that name has been invoked to either control them or either to impede them, to block them, to hurt them. So people do have a reason to have a problem with Jesus. They do. They have a reason for that because so many people have felt like they are in chains and people have killed themselves before. People have committed suicide because they have been so horribly oppressed by that religion. So, and it's very miserable. There are gods that can neutralize that. It depends on which ones you're talking to. Depends on which ones you need. Depends on which ones are going to step forward. Jesus cannot fight with those gods. What can he do? He can't do nothing but relent. And there are some people that are relentlessly, like 24/7, they're invoking Jesus. They're invoking these spirits of the Bible to keep you in chains. And so this is what I was talking to a lot about, with even religious people. The religious people, for some reason, they're very blindsided. They will be getting attacked by the church members. Pastor will be attacking them. All of their little church friends and family will be attacking them, and they will go all the way over in left field and blame it on the witches. I swear to God, this is happening a lot. Witches that don't even know them. I had somebody call my business like 8 years ago, right? I can imagine that this person, whoever it is, they called me. I didn't even know this person, had never spoken to this person. This person had never scheduled a reading with me. I didn't know this person from a pan of fucking paint, y'all. This person called me talking about you messing with my husband. I said, what? You messing with my husband? My husband been acting a fool, and I think it's you because you a witch. I said, ma'am, who are you? I ain't know this lady. I can imagine that she got a bunch of crap going on within the church. This is what happens for some reason. Everybody be doing evil stuff, but it's the witches or the devil. And don't know witches even be thinking about you. Y'all just y'all be having a bad day and y'all want to claim it's a witch that did it to you. Well, did you attack that witch? Did you send that witch negative energy? No, I don't even know the witch. I don't even know any witches personally. Well, then why in the fuck would a witch just randomly be fucking attacking you? So what's crazy is that church and churchy people, they attack people all the time, and they're able to hide behind the witches and say we did it. They did it. We didn't do that. So they scapegoat on the witches. Oh God, y'all, I can't handle it. It's so funny to me. It's gotten it, now that aspect of it has gotten quite funny to me. I'm just telling y'all straight up and down though. When it comes to love spells, and I see a lot of male practitioners out here. One of them, he cute as a button. I been you ooh, he's so handsome. I ain't gonna say his name. He just handsome. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I shit. And this man, he is so confident that he's just going to put these women in chains and force them to be with these men that they don't want to be with. Honey, let me tell you something. There are gods that can be invoked and you can't stop them. So that's why they skate around the issue. They do all kinds of stuff. They'll try to bind your throat, bind your crown chakra, bind this, bind that. No, just stop being a fraud and being fake and live and experience real life. I'm going to tell you what fucks up men. I'm going to tell you what fucks up a lot of these male practitioners. When they experience real love, when they really love somebody and that person leaves them and they don't understand why. So they become confused and bitter and diabolical. And so then they running around here, they doing all kinds of stuff. And baby, you gonna have to go and find your love. Cause somebody that you done fell in love with, they done gutted you like a fish. And now you confused. You cannot force people to love or be with. And then they'll say, well, I don't want you to love me. I just want you to be your slave. Why would somebody settle for less than real love when it's all out there? The person that you're meant to be with is out there and they just as lost as you are. So I believe in bringing the lovers together. And now these narcissistic couples that's out here, that's fake love. It's a lot of them out there. We don't mind breaking them up. They got to be broke up. Them narcissistic couples that go out there feeding off of people, parasiting off of people, attacking people and shit. Bad luck on them. Hey, that ain't our problem. There are couples out there that literally it's like, well, ain't you a couple? Why don't y'all just love on each other? No, they have to be out there attacking people for some goddamn reason. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Okay. However, there you as a person that is sitting around bitter over this thing that didn't work out with this other person. Do you know that the person that you are meant to be with and heal your mind, body, and heart and spirit with is out there, and you are abandoning that person because you are stuck on fake love and bullshit. So for me as a practitioner, that's what I do. And quite often, oh my God, it's scary. I'll have women that'll come to me every once in a while, right? And they'll tell me about their situation. And my cards don't lie. They don't lie. I'll get the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment card, the Death card, the Two of Cups, and I'll see clearly that it's meant for them to be with this person. And that somehow the fate and destiny done either changed or been delayed somehow, right? So I'll see this and I'll let them know. And sometimes the women will be so possessed that they're just angry. Even when I sit and break it down, I can show them they cards. I'll have them go and research the tarot and the science behind it and the understanding of what you're looking at, and they will be so possessed and under mind control that they won't listen to me. And I be feeling so terrible for them because them and the other lover is just gonna be lost forever, probably. They just gonna be lost. That for some reason the evil wants to tear down the real relationships and replace it with fake. I think that that's a part of some kind of fucking agenda of destruction. Can you imagine a person not being with a person that they truly love and being with this person that it's like fake love that mistreats them? Can you imagine how that would start to break a person down, especially if it's a person that's evil that don't treat them well? That's sad, man. And it's a lot of people that's on that agenda. I'm not on that agenda. I believe in real love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe in bringing you together with the person you meant to be with, and that person gonna make you so happy, and this other person just gonna make you miserable. You gonna age fast. You gonna have gray hairs everywhere in your 20s, all on your vagina and your pubic area. Gonna have gray hairs. You gonna have gray hairs on top of your head. You're gonna be stressed out. You're gonna have health problems. So that means that you're gonna have to go and join some kind of medical system now. You're gonna have health problems, all kind of shit, because you literally got butt bamboozled and hoodwinked on this fake program. If you notice, even the food, they're trying to replace all of the real with the fucking fake. It's weird. I mean, and really, shit, in the next lifetime, a lot of those people in their bloodline gonna die off. That shit gonna be gone. And the only thing you gonna find on earth is the heirloom, the real. What's real? It's crazy what's happening out here. Trying to use love as a gimmick or something. Love is not a gimmick. It's too precious to be used like that. Energy is not a gimmick either. You shouldn't, yeah, no. So, a and a lot of people will say, well, I'm going to go to a practitioner that can dominate that person's mind and put them under mind control. That should, if you got to put somebody under fucking mind control, that person don't believe, you don't belong with that person. You can remove mind control and spirits that may have invaded a person's mind, and that person will come on back to you, and things will be good. But for you to purposely, oh, I that's my target. Target. Wow. Like it's downright scary being out here in social media, being a witch and just being a real person. Yeah, the your significant other shouldn't be regarded to as a target. I know that some practitioners use that as a way to describe what they're talking about. But listen, it if you got to go to somebody and put them under mind control, and literally you've already, like, the meeting of the mind is going to happen when you're with that person, when you've spent time with that person or spoken with that person, right? And I don't do no kind of love spells on a person, a stranger. You ain't never met them. You ain't never been around them. I ain't about to mess around with you. I don't do love spells for random people. Oh, I saw this random person in social media. Can you put a love spell on them? No, I'm not gonna do that. Have you talked to this person? No. I tried to. They won't give me their number. They won't talk to me. And well, then the answer is no. What the hell? Go. Why don't you go to a singles bar? Just go somewhere and maybe you'll meet somebody. So you can't come to Divine Services Apothecary with that bullshit. I'm you know, you can take your $50 somewhere else, and usually people like that only want to spend $50 on spell work. I don't do stuff like that. I handle real cases where you got two people that are split up, both of them possessed, both of them heart is breaking in half, heartbreak, psychic attacks, spiritual attacks, demonic attacks, to where the lovers is they are just, oh my god, somebody trying to, it's almost like some of y'all ex be trying to kill you. They be trying to you leave a fake relationship to go to a real one, and the real one somehow is not working out, and he go to somebody, and and they be damn near trying to kill you and that person for some reason. I don't know why. It's just you can't just go on with your life and leave those people alone. No, they trying to be manipulative. They want to go under all kinds of stuff. And the easiest part to do it would be to just let go. I don't do work for controlling people either. If I see you're a controlling, diabolical person, I won't do work for you, because what the fuck sense would that make? You ain't gonna do nothing but try to ruin my business and fuck me over. I don't have time for that. What is up with all these disingenuous people that they move disingenuously? It's ridiculous. Then if a person don't want to be with you, now you need to curse them. What? I thought you loved this person. I do love this person, but I want them to be cursed and die and hurt. Whoa. Whoa. I thought you just said you love this person. Me having a powerful intuition, knowing what's going on, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Got me fucked up. Because I already told you working through black magic or baneful magic anyway. You working through that because you didn't protect yourself from it. You didn't protect the relationship, actually. You didn't. Then you went and got married at a church, which is a real mistake. I wouldn't be getting married in nobody's church, but that's just me. Okay. Then you done went and did that bullshit that it's like yeah, no. And so it's all fucked up. Y'all may really love each other and want to be together. Somebody done did some kind of breakup on you, and it be strong. So I'm gonna go and hurt that person even more. Why would I do that? Why would you even be manipulated into thinking that that's the right thing to do? Your lover or your significant other, you not supposed. And you know what? I learned that watching my parents. You know, my father became a little diabolical and controlling after my parents broke up. But my mother loved my father so much that she never did nothing to hurt him, and she could have. She never did nothing to harm my dad because she loved him. You really love a person, you don't want to hurt that person. Y'all running around here thinking it's real love. I'm gonna hurt this person because I love them. Listen, you're not ready to experience love. You ready to experience hate. And a lot of your ex-lovers, I've had people call me, they be like, Jamila, can you please do a quick healing on me? Oh God, he attacking me. Be attacking, and sometimes y'all love spells, y'all be trying to do them love spells. It feels like a person's heart is dying. That's how women have described it to me. To where it just make them feel nervous, anxiety, like they about to die. That's no, baby, no, no, no. You need to get your mind right. I've had clients contact me, Jamila, please help me. I'm being psychically attacked. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, no, I'll throw the cards. Like, no, you're not being psychically attacked. You got a spirit on you. Somebody done put a spirit on you. That man done put a spirit on you to either make you miserable or make you come back to him. Don't nobody want you. Gone somewhere. You need to get gizzard. Okay. If you gonna do love work on somebody, do some real love work. Do a real love spell. What's up with this desperation energy? I'm desperate. Attack that person. Give them a heart attack or a stroke. What? I done had to talk people off of ledges before. People, Jamila, I can't breathe. This man is attacking me. I done had to call all my guards and spirits to get that crap off of people. It's sick. Stop doing it. And people can protect themselves from that crap. You want to be protected from unwanted love. First of all, you want to be protected from love spells, period. You don't want a love spell is natural. It's natural and it's not based upon typically a person's hatred. Love. You just, yeah, you can transmute a situation to where you may have hate for a person, or you may dislike a person, and you may be able to transmute it into something to make it better. But you can't just, when it comes to love relationships, you can't do that. Okay. When you meet somebody and you truly love that person and it's real love, that's the spell within itself. So a lot of times when people are in love, what practitioners have started to do, and I hope I ain't educating some of these baby witches and ignorant people out here to do this, but what they'll do is they'll break the love spell, the natural love spell. They'll break it. So that's how they doing it. It ain't even necessarily a breakup spell or a separation magic. It can be to where a person breaks the natural love spell that you have with that person. So you got to be able to assess the situation. I'm outside, y'all. Instead of just thinking that a lot of these people know what they doing. Because karma is a bitch. Karma's very real. Imagine if you put some kind of intranquil spirit on somebody or fuck them over, and the next thing you know, that person done died early. They died early, right? And so this person done died because of some spiritual work you done did. That person's ancestors is coming for you and your whole bloodline. And I've seen it happen so many times. Stop coveting fake love. Love is real. Okay? Love is about the most realest thing we're gonna be dealing with in this world. Okay? And when it comes to practitioners out here doing magic for y'all need to be very careful. Y'all just be carelessly giving these people pictures and photographs and names and date of births and birth certificates and all kind of shit, hair, semen, vaginal fluids. Y'all be digging through a woman's trash, getting her maxi pads and stuff. Y'all got to stop this mess. This is madness. Anyway, that's pretty much it, y'all. That's what y'all, and you know what? A lot of people may disagree with me. I don't give a damn about you disagreeing with me. It's the truth. Don't nobody want to replace real love with fake love. Nobody wants fake love. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Blessings to y'all. Bye bye.